Hello, and welcome to ResellQueen Chronicles. I am Tiffy T the ResellQueen, your host, and you are here on a bonus installment of ResellQueen Chronicles. As you guys know from my last broadcast, I was taking a little bit of a break, but I came back today because something happened in our reselling world. eBay had their summer seller check-in. So I'm going to go over some things that happen at the seller check-in so that you guys know what's going on. Just a couple housekeeping things. I can be reached at info@resellqueen.com. I am not sure when I am going to come back to doing the shows the way that I was doing it before. Before, I believe I said I was probably going to come back around maybe June or July. However, things are changing in my life. So literally within the next 2 weeks, God willing, I will be closing on a new residence. And I have lots to prepare to deal with that and everything that goes along with moving our inventory. We are actually moving several counties away. So we cannot have storage the way that we did have it before. So we have to look for storage to other places as well as moving. So one of the things that I am doing, if you've been following me, you see that I've had reseller kits for sale. I am doing a big blowout sale to help me with the inventory so that I don't have to move it. Right now, in reference to like how much it costs, honestly, you're getting it for a steal. I had someone contact me. They bought, I believe it was a toy lot or something like that I put together, and they contacted me and couldn't believe I gave them that much stuff. And honestly, I've made my money off of these pallets. So me charging $75, including shipping to the continental United States, it's okay for me because I've already made my money off of these pallets. And these are just other things that either I haven't gotten to or it's just sitting in storage, and I just haven't gotten to do what needs to be done with them. So I'm just letting them go so that I don't have to worry about that much that needs to ship. So you can always check out ResellQueen.com. And it's right on the front page. You'll see the reseller kits that are being sold. They are available as we speak. So let's talk about what happened today. Today, eBay had their eBay seller check-in. I would say it was over 500 people. When it first started, it wasn't 500, it was close to it, but it was about over 500 people in attendance. We went through a lot of things. They had their whole networking sessions going on. They did the networking, and then they went into their full presentations. So I'm just going to go over some of the presentations and give you what some of the highlights are that are important to us as resellers. The first thing I want to get into, they actually had what they called a re-commerce report. That is their PR way of resellers, saying resellers. That's what it is. That's basically what it is. They are calling it secondhand or thrifting. They were talking about resellers. So one of the things that they learned, one of the things that I learned rather, is that 63% of the US sellers that are on eBay are resellers. And it seemed like they were kind of starting to promote that. I don't know about you, but I kind of got a sense not too long ago that eBay really didn't like resellers. It just seemed that they embraced every category or every type of seller but a reseller. It just seemed like. So it was good to see that it was something that they do study, that they look at. They gave some numbers that 26% of buyers are buying I should say 26% of the buyers from the United States are resellers and are buying items that are resold. And actually it's 31% in Canada. And then they even broke it down a little bit more that 71% of that is women. And then part of that 26% number, 80% are Generation Z. So that was kind of interesting. So that one of those things, why is that? Why do they care about things like that? That kind of lets them know about marketing, lets them know who they should be targeting because they can see who is actually going to buy those things. So it was very, very interesting. One of the things that they talked about that I thought was very interesting, they talked about like buyer habits. So with like buyer habits, they were discussing that there's 1.6 billion live listings on the platform and 142 million active buyers. That's actually very interesting. And there are over 190 markets and 11.9 billion people are using their mobile app. So that is quite interesting. But one of the things that I thought was interesting was they gave some insight on things that happen in certain categories and how quickly things sell in that category. First, they said that in the watch category, every 8 seconds, a watch is sold. Every 8 seconds. So what is that? What should that tell you? Watches. Okay. They don't even have to be working, by the way. Sneakers every 4 seconds. Trading cards every 1 second. Refurbished items 4 seconds. So every 4 seconds, a refurbished product is sold. And they did talk about globally, 96% of eBay sellers sell globally. I know I do. There's been, and I use their global ship partnership with eBay. I find that to just be a lot easier than trying to deal with sending something overseas and using whatever postal service or shipping service that works in that country. I have had success. I've never had a problem using the global shipping through eBay. So I'd suggest you use it. And what's really great about it is the buyer pays for the shipping. So even if you do offer free shipping, it's not going to be like you're going to pay for shipping to another country. So that's actually a good thing. So that is some of like the overview of some insights on some of their data, just a little bit information about that. Some of the things that the next thing I think is very important is payments. So they were talking about the payments. They let it be known that they were trying to answer the critics. And what I mean by that is whenever you see something and it always says like there's like this little link whenever you see something new on eBay and it's asks normally the question, tell us what you think. Well, they actually read that. So there was concern about payments that get sent out on Friday or payments that are from something sold on Friday of how long it takes to reach your bank. I know for me, I've seen that where you make a sale over the weekend and you really don't see their money until like Wednesday. Sometimes Tuesday. It's really all according to your bank. They changed the payout. And if you sell often, you've already seen this. I know I have, where you get a message on Saturday and on Sunday saying that it was sent to your bank. And what is nice about that is normally about Tuesday, you'll see the funds in your account. So at least you're going to get a little bit of a date earlier. Also, I know I have seen this already, which is the instant transfer option, which is something that they implemented they talked about it in the last seller check-in, but they implemented it into the system. I have not tried it. The reason why I haven't tried it is because I have the payout every day. And if you have the everyday payout, you don't have the option of doing the instant transfer option. So that's fine. They are going to introduce to have your payments sent to your debit card rather than to a checking account. Now, just to give you guys just a little bit background about me. If you know me personally, you know I've always worked in banking and finance. I've always had a job at a bank. This is very important, and I'm going to tell you why. Because with them sending your payment to a debit card, if they do it that way, you will have the ability to probably have the funds within an hour. Most institutions, it might be instantly. And you may say, what do you mean? All right. So without going into the whole banking system of how that works, there's other companies that do the same thing. I think, I don't know if Uber does it. A couple like rideshare places, they will pay to a person's debit card. And the reason why most people like that is because it will show in your checking account pretty quickly. Most financial institutions probably within an hour. Every bank, of course, is going to be different. So just understand that. But if you think about it and we go back to the old days of PayPal, PayPal has that option. They have that option where you can send something to your debit card. So that is nice to know that they are going to implement that sometime soon, because people, we like to get our money. Let's just be real. You sell your item, you ship it out. Sometimes, honestly, my customers are getting their items before I'm even getting paid for it. That's how it happens sometimes. So there is one other feature that they talked about that I thought was very nice, and it's called Spendable Funds. So right now, if you make a sale on eBay, you know, it goes in that processing window. Well, I should say that processing section, and then it moves to available. And when it moves to available, normally that next day, well, at least for me, that next day it gets sent out to go to the bank. Well, if you're like me, you might buy business supplies off of eBay. I do on occasion. And it would be nice to be able to use the proceeds from my sale to buy that item versus also making room in my checking account or my credit card to buy an item that I might need for my business or for whatever reason. So to know that that is coming, I like that option because it kind of allows you to not have to keep sending your money all over the place just so you need to buy something. And also, one of the things, which was actually some feedback that I gave to eBay when they asked for it at the end of the meeting, I am noticing that they are taking positive things that are on other platforms and putting it on theirs. And I think that's a good thing. I really do. Because I know that on some of those garage sale, I call them garage sale apps, you can do this. You can sell something, keep the money in there, and then use that to buy something else. So I like that they are moving towards things that are much more user friendly. Next thing is unpaid items. Okay. Everyone hates unpaid items. Personally, I don't really have this issue because I don't do auctions and I require immediate payments. So they are also doing a few different changes now for when a person goes through the process to buy or accept an offer. It used to be that there was like another page or another window that would appear that they would have to click through in order to get to the checkout. Now, when a customer accepts an offer, it goes straight to checkout, which I think is good because then it puts them in that situation of, oh, I got to pay for it instead of, oh, I'll wait to pay for it. So that's one thing that they're adding. Also, I thought they said summer, but it seemed like this was going to take a little bit of time for them to master. They are going to build a bundle offer flow. Now, that might sound familiar to some of you Poshmark people because that's what you can do on Poshmark if you are a buyer. You can create a bundle, and that way you get to save on shipping. So this seems to be something else that they are pulling apart from another platform and putting it into their platform to make it better for buyers and for sellers. So they said it's going to be like where you can do multiple items and do a bundle, and you can also do a bundle offer flow. So I think that will be a great addition to what they are doing. So we have a few more items that we are going to discuss, but we will be right back after this.
Shipping can be complicated and time-consuming, but it doesn't have to be that way. Welcome to ShipStation, a web-based shipping software for online retailers. Import orders from wherever you sell and create labels for however you ship, all in one place. With our powerful automation tools, mobile app, and branded tracking page, you can focus less on shipping and more on growing your business. With ShipStation, you save both time and money. Let's get ship done. Get started with ShipStation today.
Click the link in the description box to receive a special discount from ShipStation.
And we are back. Welcome back to ResellQueen Chronicles. I am Tiffy T the ResellQueen, your host. And today we are going through the summer eBay seller check-in for 2022. So just to give a real quick recap of what we discussed, eBay did a little bit of theory of reporting about they call the re-commerce market, really just about resellers. What percentage of people are buying from resellers? What percentage of U.S. sellers are resellers? They said 63% of U.S. sellers are resellers, which is pretty up there. I kind of thought it would be a little bit more. Talked a little bit about buyer habits and how quickly things are selling in each category. And we also talked about the payments option, about how they are making some changes in the payments option so that you can get your money faster in your bank. They are currently offering the instant transfer option, and soon they will debut an option to send your funds to a debit card. And then they also will eventually be debuting the Spendable Funds, which will allow you to use your sale proceeds to purchase on eBay, which is a really good thing. We also talked about creating a bundle, which is something that I think is quick to say that they're borrowing that from Poshmark. It's I think another good thing. So the next thing that they discussed was their new listing tool. Now, I will tell you, I have used the new listing tool. It's not the best. It's not the worst. I've just been so used to the listing tool that they currently have. I didn't get fouled up anywhere. However, I do think what they are doing was they try to rearrange it to make a little bit more sense. You know, you have the picture up top now, so the picture being in the middle of the screen. Some of the things like if you want to use like a subtitle, you kind of have to click on edit and kind of add that. The one thing that is nice is if you do it once, you don't have to do it again. The one thing they did discuss is that people were having a problem with adding the shipping. If you do free shipping, one of the things that they talked about was in the section of shipping where you see like the blue hyperlink where it like shows how much it's going to cost for whichever type of delivery that's already there. When you click on the blue hyperlink on the listing tool, it's going to open up another box that has all the shipping options, and free shipping is the first option. I need to kind of play around with that just to kind of see if maybe it stays that way. It's been a while that I had to create a whole new listing. You were like, you don't make listings? Well, I sell a lot of the same things. So I really just update quantities and I keep it moving, and I do it as a batch. So that's kind of how I've been doing it for the past year and a half. So they talked about that. So that was one of the big takeaways from the new listing tool. The old listing tool eventually will be phased out. So if you keep clicking on using the old listing tool, eventually you're not going to be able to. They did not give a date. They just said it is going to be phased out. So that's something to keep in mind. All right. So next thing up, if you've been in like Facebook groups, I think probably even on YouTube, people are talking about how the views has changed and people are not understanding what's going on. So they gave a very good detailed explanation of what's happening. So the way it used to be when you looked at a listing on eBay and you saw the views, those views were lifetime views, meaning the lifetime of that listing, as well as what they called non-human views. For the rest of us, that means bots, okay? The way they have changed the views is only for 30 days, and it does not include bots. So if you want to know what's going on as far as traffic with your listing, there is now a traffic history report, and it's going to also break down what is organic and what is promoted. Also, you can check on each listing and go back 2 years to see the traffic. In my opinion, kind of the way that they had that, I didn't like the way that worked out. So I'm going to look at that just a little bit more for myself. I think that might be something I need to fine tune a little bit. The way it looks, it's more of like a line graph where they break down organic, promoted, and all, and then it can go up to 2 years. So you can say 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, or what have you, all the way up to 2 years. So that is what's going on in the whole changing of views. I know that I have noticed that my views have gone down. It's not really something that I look at often, but I will definitely look at it if I see like something's not selling. And especially if I see a whole bunch of views, but I don't see any watchers or I'm not getting any hits on it. I'm going to look at that and try and figure out what's going on. Of course, do research and see what other sellers are doing, or if other people that have the same item that I have, how well are they selling their items? So it may sound like it's not important, but in the grand scheme of things, it's something that you should be looking at. You don't have to look at it every day, but you should be looking at it so that you know what's going on with your business. So next thing that they talked about, I discussed this before, was eBay Academy. eBay Academy is basically their eBay help. I should call it eBay help, like their eBay school. So they have implemented an eBay Academy quiz. So if you are watching me or watching the replay rather, I put the link to the eBay Academy quiz. This is a quiz that you can use to kind of help you to figure out where you are and where you should get started on eBay Academy. I have done a few of their I would say their courses just to kind of see how they worked out. For me, they were kind of boring because it's all stuff that I know, but other things, I was like, oh, okay, so that's how they think about it. It tells you how they think about things. So it's not a bad idea to go over it. At this present time, I don't have a lot of time to sit there and go through it. Next thing that they talked about was really all about the events that eBay has coming up. So eBay Open is going to be September 21st through September 23rd, 2022. They're going to have some keynote speakers, training sessions, networking, and like seller-led sessions. It will be all virtual. So eBay Open, you'll probably see some things coming out about that. They are also going to have, they're calling them studio events. So they're going to have events in New York, Los Angeles, and Austin, Texas. They didn't have much information about that at the time of the meeting. They were just putting that information out there, letting you know they're going to have those studio events. So what do you guys think about some of these updates? I can tell you what I think of some of these when it comes to the payments and the spendable funds. I think that's going to be a good thing because it's just it makes the process just so much simpler, where if you get money, it's sitting there in limbo. You need to buy things for your business, you can just buy them and don't have to worry about, oh, let's make sure I have enough money in the account. The money won't hit until this day. It takes that out of it. So I think that is definitely a good thing. I am very anxious to see how this bundle option works. Reason why I say that is because most of my items are free shipping. So I kind of put the shipping in the price. So when people buy from me and they buy multiple items from me, it actually works out great for me because the shipping's already in the price. And if they buy multiple items and I can put them all together, sometimes it works out a little bit better on the shipping price. So I'm kind of anxious to see how this is all going to work out with this build a bundle option that they are talking about. And we'll see what happens. Again, I think it's something that they are borrowing from Poshmark, which is, again, not a bad thing. I think one of the things that I took away from this meeting is that they do know that resellers are here to stay and that we use their platform. And for once, it actually felt like we were embraced. So I will say that. I really feel like we were embraced, but I also think that they are studying these other apps and other platforms and figuring out the things that they don't have that people like that they need to add on to their platform. So I hope you guys enjoyed my recap of the eBay summer check-in, seller check-in rather. It felt really good to come back and do this again. So this is just a bonus episode. Whenever anything happens in our reselling world, I'm going to let you guys know about it so that you can make informed decisions about your business. So once again, if you want to reach out to me, I can be reached at info@resellqueen.com. We have our reseller kits still available. As I told you guys before, I will be closing on a new residence in about 2 weeks, God willing. And I need some help. I don't want to move all this stuff. So I am selling off a lot of inventory. If I kept it, yes, I can make money off of it. But you know what? I'm just going to give it away to you guys, really at less than cost. So it's going to be a win-win for everyone. So you can see that on ResellQueen.com, and you can go there to see all the updates. Follow me on all the different social media platforms. On YouTube, I am ResellQueen. You can just type that in. I'm going to show up. I am at ResellQueen on Twitter and at ResellQueen19320 on Instagram. Well, this has been another installment of ResellQueen Chronicles. I hope you got some information that helps you with your business and along in your resell journey. This has been Tiffy T for ResellQueen Chronicles. Bye.